A 60 Minutes investigation has revealed nearly 1 in 4 Australian women aged between 35 and 59 drink excessively to dangerous levels, far out-drinking Australian men. At their most self-destructive and terrifying, intoxicated mothers are then getting behind the wheel, endangering themselves, other drivers and their children. The shocking revelation comes as Australian mother of 2 Susan Lung spoke out after being arrested for drink driving when police found her sitting in her car, parked in a bus zone, almost incoherent with a blood alcohol reading 9 times over the limit. The 42-year-old, who has been labelled drunk mum since her November arrest, told 60 Minutes reporter Alison Langdon it was the shock of her 24-year marriage breakdown that led her to the biggest mistake of her life. "I stopped on the side of the road and just sat there for about an hour," she told Langdon. "Just sitting there thinking, what's happened to my life? Where did it go wrong? And then I remembered that I had wine in the back, so I just pulled into the front and just took the first sip, and then from there I think it just went downhill." Ms. Lung insists she would not have driven that day. 60 Minutes in the space of 2.5 hours, Ms. Lung drank almost 2 entire casks of wine, nearly 8 liters, while sitting in her car. When found by police, Ms. Lung, who has 2 previous drink driving offences from 10 years ago, recorded one of the highest blood alcohol readings in NSW history, 9 times over the legal drinking limit. She was charged with drink driving, but there wasn't enough evidence to prosecute and convict Susan. The charges were withdrawn and she has kept her license. Susan Lung was found 9 times over the limit while sitting in her car, but escaped a conviction. 60 Minutes when asked what would have happened if police hadn't turned up, Lung told Langdon, "I would have probably just slept it off. I wouldn't have drove. I know I wouldn't have, because I always have my kids on my mind. I wouldn't do that," she said. Over the past 3 months in NSW alone, 9 women behind the wheel with children in the back seat have been arrested and charged with drink driving. Also speaking out on Australia's hidden drinking problem was Talitha Cummins, a former Channel 7 journalist who very publicly shared her high-functioning alcohol addiction in 2016. An addiction she now fights every of her life. "I drank to relieve stress," Cummins told Langdon. "I was working in a career which was anxiety-inducing. I came home drinking and found myself drinking multiple bottles of wine every night until that was just the norm for me." Former journalist Talitha Cummins spoke about her battle with alcohol addiction. 60 Minutes Cummins told Langdon she wasn't at all surprised by recent studies finding the number of middle-aged women, mums in particular, who drink excessively has more than doubled in the past 10 years. "If you think about it, more women are in the workforce now," Cummins said. "We're getting the kids out of bed. We're going to work for the day, dealing with the stresses of work, coming home, putting the kids to bed, homework, feeding the family typically, and emailing people we didn't have a chance to email during the day. Alcohol is accepted as a way to relax, as a way to unwind. We use it as a false reward. I'll just get through the day and then I'll have a drink." Dr. Janice Withnell, expert in alcohol abuse focusing specifically on middle-aged women, told Langdon she believes Australia's middle-aged women are in a national health crisis. "Alcohol in Australia is too destructive. It is a crisis," Withnell said. "People from overseas think we're mad in how we use alcohol. I don't think there's too many other countries that actually go about purposefully becoming intoxicated." Dr. Janice Withnell is an expert on alcohol abuse among women. 60 Minutes Withnell says that, unbeknownst to many, 5,500 people die of alcohol-related illness and injury in Australia each year, far more than our road toll. There are 15 deaths and 400 injuries each day related to alcohol use. One of the leading causes of death amongst middle-aged women, suicide, has been increasingly linked to alcohol consumption. Women in their 30s and 40s that are drinking too much alcohol look fabulous, do a terrific job, Withnell said. But inside, if you ask them, they're dead. They've used all of their energy in doing and fixing and being perfect. We need society looking at the way to self-care without introducing a mind-altering drug. If this story has raised any issues for you, please seek assistance from the following support services: Counseling Online for 24-hour free drug and alcohol counseling, 1-800-888-236, or via https://www.counselingonline.org.au. Family Drug Support Online for 24-hour family support to drug and alcohol users, 1300-368-186, or via http://www.fds.org.au. Alcoholics Anonymous, 1300-222-222. Copyright 9 Digital Proprietary Limited 20